Hey guys, if you don't know me, my name is Gia and I am a vegan bodybuilder. I have an Instagram account where people tend to ask me a lot of questions, and so what I thought I'd do is just start trialing an Ask Me Saturdays kind of video. This is not my day job, I'm not a professional YouTuber, but I always try to provide content that's helpful for people. So what I did was I posted the question on Instagram, well, what questions do you guys have for me? So I'm just going to go through and answer those questions. I haven't really read through all of these, so I'm trying to keep this as honest and as raw as possible. Sorry if I fumble. I took screenshots, not realizing that screen names would just get cut off. So I'm going to try to mention your screen names, but I forget if they got cut off, I may not be able to mention the whole thing. Okay, so oh, and by the way, I was originally going to cut this off at 10 minutes, but I want to make sure that I answer all your questions. So I'm just going to go with the flow and let's see where this takes us. So first question, hybrid_athleta. How many grams of protein do we really need? 1 gram per pound of body weight? It depends. It depends on what your goals are, right? So if you're trying to build muscle, yeah, probably a good idea to start with 1 pound of gram of protein per body weight. I just spat. So if you're 140 pounds, for example, 140 grams of protein. But the thing is, guys, everybody's body is different. Sometimes some people need actually a little bit less protein. Some people benefit from more protein. Some people actually don't have the actually can't process as much protein. There are people out there that have had poisoning from just too much protein because their body couldn't digest it and process it, ends up poisoning themselves. So it's one thing to be very careful with. If I were you and I was starting out just to start to build muscle, I'd start with actually less than 1 gram of protein per body weight, maybe 0.8 grams of protein per body weight just to be safe, and then continue to up it. But the thing is too, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to build muscle, yes. But if it's just your day-to-day and you aren't you aren't so active, probably 1 gram of protein per body weight is not necessary. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I would start, if you are trying to build muscle, start with 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per body weight. But it's not just about protein, guys. You have to remember to think about your carbs and your fats. That's a different story. I think I have another YouTube video on how I calculate macros. Check that out. I'll link it down below. But it's not just about your protein consumption. It's about everything else that you eat. Your carbs, your fats, and your micronutrients is super, super important. Okay. Next question, Tiff for sure with a 4. If you could only pick one exercise for the rest of your life, I guess the question, what would it be? That's a good one. It'd have to be a full body exercise. For the rest of my life, I really hate racking and unracking barbells, but it may just have to be the squat with a proper 45-pound barbell, not assisted, not the Smith machine. The reason being it's because it's the whole body. It's everything from your back to your gut to your legs to your glutes to your calves to your core to everything. That's probably what it would be. If I didn't have to care about my whole body, it might just be the abductor machine. Glutes. Outside glutes. Okay. Juva_Taurus. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Your best tips for big week motivation. So when I have a big week, I have to anticipate that I'm gonna maybe not sleep as much, or there's just big goals that I want to accomplish. And for me, the biggest motivating factor, guys, is just thinking about, like, I've got a big week ahead of me. I'm gonna kick some ass, and that I know that if I prepare myself to kick ass, that I will. And that's the biggest motivation for me. My mom said this to me one time. She said, make today amazing. And so that's one of the things that always kind of rewinded my head. Other couple of quotes that I use in my head is just the word strong. I think about the word strong a lot. Strong mentally, strong physically, and also I heard it somewhere, and I like it, and it was today is important to me. So when I have a big week ahead of me, I think not only for that whole week and me trying to accomplish that goal for that week, but also in that day, how am I going to be successful for that day? Hope that answers that question. Oh gosh, in Nyan base, favorite mac and cheese recipe. I actually haven't had mac and cheese in forever. When I was a kid, I really liked it. I wasn't vegan then, and my mom would always get the ones in the blue boxes. But I know I don't really crave mac and cheese. Yeah, so sorry, I don't know. But it'd have to be vegan cheese, that's for sure. Macro gas, this is a very important question. Why is marmalade not called orange jam? Because Winnie the Pooh said so. Duh. I almost said Paddington Bear, but Winnie the Pooh, duh. WonderGirl_fitness, I love that name. How long are your workouts usually? So, before I got my coach, Vegan Proteins, she's amazing. I'll link her down below. I used to work out like 2 hours, 3 hours a day. Too much. Mentally draining. It's just, at some point it becomes ineffective, right? And you start to not like your workouts. As I was prepping for my last competition, my workouts were maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours because I was doing cardio. But now that I don't have a competition ahead of me and I'm just building up my macros and building up my muscle all over again, I actually don't have any cardio. So I'm only doing weights, and I'm probably at the gym if I wasn't just doing all the flexing I do in the mirror at the gym for like 45 minutes, 5 days a week. But I also count my steps. So right now, because I'm building my muscle, I'm only doing 5,000 steps, where in which I think my max daily steps was 9,000 or 10,000. Hope that answered your question. Keto_fit mama 19. Oh, it got cut off. 19. Sorry, I forgot the last couple of digits, but I know there's a couple of digits there. Can you build a booty at home if you have weights, etc., or must you go to the gym? 1 or 2 ideas. Girlfriend, you can build a booty at home if you wanted to. So if you have weights, yeah, for sure. Look at my video on legs. Actually, a couple of those exercises are very glute focused. The hip bridge is amazing. And if you have a band, doing kind of the basketball defensive stance and going down parallel to the ground and doing kind of moving side to side is good for your outer glutes, your side glutes. But if you do hip thrusts with the weights that you have, that's amazing as well. If you do have a band, which I suggest you do get one, you can do a lot of things just building your glutes that way. I have a Fit Girl band. I love it because it's super crazy resistance, and you can kick backwards. I don't have enough room here, but you can kick backwards. In fact, in the leg video that I'll link down below, you can see me doing my glute activation. Kicking backwards will actually work your upper glutes. Kicking to the side will start to work out your side glutes. Believer.fighter. Got cut off. What is a good low-carb vegan meal prep? First, I don't really meal prep. I try to eat as normal as possible as everybody else. I cook a bunch of food and I take whatever I want out, so I don't really meal prep. But when it comes to vegan and low carb, first I'd have to ask you, why are you thinking about eating low carb? I hope it's not a long-term thing, because carbs are absolutely necessary for you. But your question, so low carb, when I was closer to my competition, I always had zucchini and tomatoes at home. The other thing that I have is Miracle Noodle. It's made out of cognac, which is kind of like a 1 or 2 carbs per serving, which is super amazing. And then I would always make my own kind of high protein bread. I'll link down the pretzel recipe that I had below, which is pretty much all protein. And that's kind of like what I ate on a daily basis. I love it. I also crave zucchinis and tomatoes, so that's kind of just my jam. All right. Mateo.moves. What are your top 5 exercises? Abduction machine. Curls. I love curls. Squat is fun for me. What is that? That's 3. Leg press. And a fifth one. What is my top? Oh, lateral raises. Because you got to have the boulders. Okay. And I think that's it. Let me make sure. Oh, another question that I get actually a ton, guys, but I got this twice this round, but I get it actually a ton. This question kind of came from 2 places this time. Let me see if I can get their names. JBench91 and also HM_ calisthenics. So the general question is like, how do I grow my Instagram? Honestly, guys, I started this Instagram not with an intention to actually grow my following. And that's still not really my goal. I just happened to grow it. And I think the reason why my Instagram has been so maybe successful in people's eyes is because I'm just genuinely wanting to provide information that helps you out. And part of helping people out is listening to what they have to say and participating with them and being very real and being very genuine. I'm just not one of those ones that want to do like promotion kind of stuff. I want to make sure that what I share and I put out there is genuine to me, and that my personality is just kind of what it is. I am a very just normal person, a weirdo and a goofball that likes to get the gains and that likes to do this fitness thing as a passion, and I have a day job, and I just put that all out there. And I think that's it. So if I were to break that down, one is I want to make sure that I'm always providing value. 2, I'm being very genuine with everything. I need to get a manicure. Don't look at my nails. And 3, being part of the community, engaging with people and making sure that I'm listening to them. All right, guys. So that's it. If you like this kind of stuff, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. If so, I'll keep doing these videos. I'm gonna just not edit it because I don't have enough time in the day, and I'm just gonna keep it as raw as possible for you guys. And I'll try my best to post it every Saturday at 6 a.m. Pacific time. So if that's the kind of thing that's helpful for you guys, give this a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from this mug, hit the subscribe button. There's a notification bell somewhere. You can hit that too. I don't know where it is. Ding, ding, ding. All right, guys, if you do have any more questions, hit me up on Instagram and on Snapchat or on Facebook. Facebook, by the way, focuses more so on my food stuff. Or you can put it in the comments below. Okay. Thanks for sending those questions, guys. I think this was a pretty successful one. See ya. Have a good day.